Aquarius, message for Aquarius, Aries season. So what do we have for it? The 11th house. Let's see, we got the 7 of swords, the 4 of cups, 2 of cups, king of cups, 3 of swords, and the 4 of pentacles. So look off the bad little air energy, the 7 of swords. So again, let's not forget we are in retrograde, so Mercury is there, it is in Pisces, so the communication is gonna be what, a little emotional. It's gonna be a little watery, a little sentimental. It's not really gonna make sense at first. You kind of have to slow down a little bit to try to like even communicate it right now. So even for an Aquarius, some of you guys that is in tune might not have an issue, but right now the communication that you might be dealing with people or even with yourself might not be honest. You might be feel like a deception, might be feel like lying going on, or some of you guys might be experiencing this, a little lying, a little deception, a little deceit. And again, it's or again, you might be dealing with a little situation that is, carrying all this energy behind it. So again, be very mindful of who you're dealing with, and who you might be dealing with, because you also feel the waters as well. 4 of cups. And again, a little quick reminder, we again retrograde, Pisces, Venus, Mercury, Mars is still in Cancer. So some of you Aquariuses might be in these waters right now. And again, some of you that's more evolved can deal with them, but some of you Aquarius might not want to be dealing with it. You might be in those waters a little too long, and you might just want to get out of it. But again, depending on the situation, the person, it could be very intense. It could have been from couple years ago, couple months ago, but it's still there. you know in the retrograde, again, the water is connected to memory, so it might take you to that specific time frame. You might not like it. Some of you guys might not like it for that reason, because it takes you back to that. It depends on the situation. It could have had good moments, bad moments, but it definitely does take you there. It takes you back in that time frame. But it's not too bad, because you are connecting with a little special someone right now. There's a little connection going on, so it's not too bad for you Aquarius. It's a beautiful connection for some of you guys. And right now the energy is hot. It's Aries, it's warm, it's beautiful, it's passionate. So I'm pretty sure you guys are enjoying this connection. You guys are loving it. You guys are definitely loving this connection. You can be complaining, Aquarius. I don't feel like you guys are complaining right now. You're enjoying it. You're loving it, and you might even be talking about it. You might be communicating about it with someone. You see that we got the King of Cups right now. So very, in control of your emotions, your feelings. And see, that's good. You kind of like work through them. You were kind of drowning a little bit, but you managed to swim. And right now you're able to swim in these waters. You're able to be a professional now. So you're able to, get into that good state of mind emotionally. So you guys have that emotional stability. You guys been dealing with it for a while. And that's powerful stuff, especially you guys are at work, business, you run it. You gotta be cool-headed, you gotta be reasonable, and you're able to, move on and not be thrown off like some other individuals might be going through right now. You might be helping others as well, acting as a guide or a counselor, if you will. But again, you're also, you might be dealing with, again, with a situation, or you might be thinking. So it does have it put a little stress on you mentally. So it does, happen. That can happen, or you give it too much energy. And then again, you're already an air sign, so again, you already overthink on particular stuff already. So be very mindful of that, Aquarius, of how you deal with your things and how much energy you give it, because it does take a toll on you mentally. But if you have an outlet, you should be good, to remove all that from the mind. You should be good. You should be able to roll with the times. And then finally we got the Four of Pentacles. So again, y'all guys are, you got the money, you got the bread, so you're able to work. And right now you're not spending, you're saving it. You're saving every penny, every coin, every dollar. So any Aquarius is, you might be like, man, I know they got money, I'm gonna ask them. And then you ask them, and hey, they're gonna say no. They're gonna tell you nope, can't do it. Nope. Why? Because again, they don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with you. And then again, right now they're saving it. Times is tough right now, so they got a good reason. They got a good reason. So right now, don't be surprised if they don't loan it to you. Right now, times is tough. They're investing it for other things, important things, better things, bigger things. So be very mindful of that. If some of you are very protective about your finances, because it took you a long time to get it, and you're just not gonna give it away. I mean, unless you cool with them, they might let you. But if they don't fuck with you, oh, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. And but final thing, since we got these retrogrades, we want to know, how is Aquarius doing? How you feeling, Aquarius? Huh? We want to know. So drop a comment, show some love, and let us know, Aquarius. Don't be shy.